Real Estate Talk Boston here, joined by Julie Sagan, one of our Boston Power players. Now it's not just Sagan Realtors, it's
Sagan Harborside Sotheby's International Realty, and we're so excited to be a part of this organization now.
Congratulations. I was going to let you say that. It's
a
a mouthful. But in regards to what the Sotheby's brand has brought to your office and to that area, I mean, there's some really cool technology that we were talking about. Share with us about that new app that you guys are utilizing.
So there's one piece of technology that is really exciting. It's very cutting edge, and it's great for buyers and sellers. And what it does is we can be in a space, say it's an empty living room, for example, and you can, if you download the app, you can place furniture in that space so that the buyer now gets a sense of how they can live and utilize that space. So it helps buyers and it also helps sellers because now we're helping to sell their property even better.
Talk about how technology is changing the game. You've been selling real estate for a long time up in the Swampscott area, and to be able to take just a newspaper ad from back in the day,
right.
People went off of, and now we're talking about decorating a home that you're standing in while you're there. Wow.
It's amazing. And if you love what you see, you can even order the furniture online.
Oh, of course, right? Everything is instant gratification.
Exactly.
You can pull the trigger right there. Buy the house, furnish it, all from one spot.
Exactly.
Now, let's talk about the merger. Like we said, you guys, Sagan Realtors came together with Harborside Sotheby's.
We did.
About 6 months ago.
6 months ago, we merged, and we are so excited. So we're now Sagan Harborside Sotheby's International Realty, and we're excited to just, be on the North Shore and provide so many additional services to buyers and sellers. We're local, we're locally owned, so we have our local expertise with the Sotheby's International Realty brand behind us. We have incredible international exposure now that we didn't have necessarily before. So we're just really excited to share all that with everybody.
And for communities that are on the water, close to Boston, in a town that's got all the hospitals and restaurants, culture, universities.
Exactly.
That's a big deal to be tied into that international pull.
It is. I mean, like you said, financial institutions, the universities, medical field, we have people looking from everywhere, and it's exciting, especially, I go to conferences and I meet owners from other Sotheby's International Realty offices from around the world. And when you see the referrals that go back and forth it could be from, Massachusetts to Italy, or it could be down to Florida. You never know where the people are coming from, or, it's exciting. It's really been a good opportunity for us.
Between the networking piece, the technology, it really is a win-win for you guys.
Yeah, it's great.
Now, let's talk about your market that you've been in for a long time, the Swampscott, Marblehead area. What are you seeing right now?
Business is still great. It is. I mean, there are buyers out there still looking for properties. So if you're a seller and you're thinking about selling, don't wait. There's nothing better than now. I mean, it's still, we have properties that are coming on, coming off because the buyers are still there. So while we don't have a huge amount of inventory, enough inventory for buyers to make decisions. And why bother waiting for the spring when everybody else thinks that they're going to put their house on the market? The weather is still nice. Now's the time. We can still take great pictures. And that's one thing I want to talk to you about is, there's a lot of things you need to do that we need to do to prepare your house for market to be successful. And it's not just a matter of just putting a sign in the ground and, hoping and praying that we're going to get a call and sell it tomorrow. There's a lot more that goes into it than just that. One thing is professional photography. It is really important for us to take photographs, high quality photographs, to showcase your property.
And now is a great time to do it. Even if you do plan on waiting till after the holidays, which I think you're saying is not suggested, now is a great time to sell. But if someone timing-wise, it made more sense for them to wait, photography is a big piece of it, and do it now.
Exactly. I mean, because I have clients who are not planning on selling their house till maybe the winter time because they're in the middle of doing a project on another home. And I actually ended up taking all of the photographs now so I could capture the exterior, in perfect weather conditions.
Makes a difference, and at the end of the day, I mean, it comes down to not only the way the property shows, the way it's marketed, and the pricing. Still in today's market, if it's priced correctly, it's going to move.
Exactly. But more than that, I'm trying to, communicate with our buyers and sellers that we want to give them an experience. It's not just a transaction. I mean, we pride ourselves on doing repeat business with people over and over again, their children, their neighbors, their, personal referrals is really at the heart of our business. And it's really important for us to know and get to know you, your property. What made you love your property for the last 20, 30 years, so that we can convey that to the buyer coming through. They want to feel a connection. So they want to know, what was it that you loved about living here? Was it the walk? Was it the easy walk to the beach? Was it the reading room? Was it your library? Was it that it was a tire swing in the backyard and you'd sit on the deck watching your kids? Like, whatever it may be, we want to know that so we can provide that experience for the buyers coming through.
So Julie, you brought up a great point about photography. It's a major part of selling a home and showing it correctly online. It's funny you bring that up because I came across a story yesterday. An agent was telling me that they were up on the North Shore. I'm not going to name the town or the listing agent, but the buyer's agent brought this family in to look at a home, and the pictures didn't match what were online. And it's like simple stuff like that, whether it's old pictures or pictures that just don't represent something correctly. You're trying to almost pull the wool over somebody's eyes. I'm sure that's not the intent from the agent, but that's ultimately what you're doing. You turn the people off right away. So the marketing of the property really makes a difference, and using a professional like you guys is going to make a big difference.
Yes. I mean, the photographs are very, very important to capture the property today in its best light. We don't want to show pictures. I mean, we might show pictures of the exterior when it's in the summertime or the springtime, even though you're marketing the property in the wintertime. And I think that's fair.
Oh, that's definitely fair. But showing pictures that are 5 years old with moss, calling a roof new, and it's got heavy moss on it, and it's obviously not new, that's not okay.
That's not okay. And, that's not how we do business. But I would say, yes, I mean, photography is very important. Getting your house ready in terms of minimizing your clutter, making it less personalized and more neutralized is always very important. But in addition to doing all of those, things that you're supposed to do to get a house ready, one of the things that's really important to us is to really get to know you as the client. You, let's say, for example, the seller. I really want to know, what was it that you have enjoyed about your home? You've lived there 10 years, 20 years, 30 years. You've created a lot of memories in this house. And I want to know about those. I want to know, what's your favorite room? What did your kids love about living here? Because every buyer coming through, they want to have that connection. And so if I don't understand that and I don't know that to tell that story to the buyers, then it's lost. So that's why I do take the time to try to get to know you, your family, what it is about your property that makes it so unique and special. Every property has unique features to it. And I want to know what those are so that I can translate that to the buyer and give them the experience of walking through that house and loving it.
And that's what working with a professional agent does in this market, like you're saying here. I mean, that stuff makes a difference. It's not as simple as just throwing a sign in front of the house, throwing it on MLS, throwing up, cell phone pictures. Doing stuff like that can really make a difference. Thank you for sharing, Julie.
Sure.
And if you're in the North Shore area and thinking about buying or selling your home, or know somebody that is, share the video below. And remember, we have more real estate tips just like this right here on Boston.com.